Okay, good afternoon, here all.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you for joining today. I'd like to call to order the Katuitt Board of Fire Commissioners meeting of April 22nd, 2024 at 16:33. Present, Commissioner Conley.
Commissioner Sace.
Chief Brown.
Oh,
Okay, and we do not see Commissioner Pisano up there, do we? No, sir. Okay. Clive and Linda, we really appreciate you joining. Thank you for joining in public, in person today.
I apologize, as I told you, they're in for repairs.
It's all good. We're just gonna start the meeting now. So we're broadcasting now, so we're live, okay? Thank you very much. Chief, do we have any public comment? And or is there any public comment here? Did either one of you want to say anything at the beginning of the meeting? You do, okay.
Thank you.
Come on up, take a seat. You need to tell us your name and your address, and we'll go from there.
I'm gonna sit here.
Okay,
Okay. My name is Linda Butsky, and I live at 1600 Santuit Newtown Road in Katuitt, which used to be Santuit.
Right.
And actually, I inherited the property from my father, who's lived here since 1950. And the Katuitt, as we know, is a lovely town. And well, when I saw that you're gonna be remodeling, I said, is it too late to offer my property for sale to the fire department? Because it is inclusive of the Santuit side and the Katuitt side. And can we? Oh, okay, I'm now. I'm sorry, I didn't think of that until I sat down. Anyway, I'm right on the corner of Santuit, Newtown Road and 28. I'm diagonally across from Capizzi's.
okay. I know.
And if anybody's been by there lately, it's full bloom of the forsythia. And well, it's 2.2 acres of land.
Okay,
It's in fantastic level condition. It would be,
It's right.
I think, an ideal spot for a fire station and even a small medical emergency place. Because there is nothing on 28 except for down in Centerville. And so from Centerville to Timbuktu is nothing.
nothing at all, got it.
But the point being that my thought was always that it would be more inclusive for the people of Santuit, because we on the other side, we seem to be closer to Sandwich and Mashpee. I'm sorry, Marston Mills fire stations. Okay, that's fine, but you know, we have Katuitt.
Right,
And as my thought was that it could make leaving the property here in Katuitt as a substation for emergency use or fires use or whatever, but just
okay. Well, we appreciate the information and the insight as to the possibilities. And what I'll do is I'll work with the committee, with the commissioners as well as the chief, to look to see if that is a logical step for us to take.
I'm sorry.
I said, we'll take a look at it and let you know if it's a logical step for us to take.
Okay,
Okay?
that's all I wanted to.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
To give that to you.
Very-
I hope I'm not too late.
No, we appreciate any possibility.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Because I think it would make a nice center point too for the Katuitt.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay, chief, do we have any other comments?
Do not see any hands raised in the audience, and I do not have any emails at this time.
Alrighty.
No messages in the chat.
And how about Commissioner Fasano? Have we heard from him?
No, I will check with him now and.
I'm not approve one of these. These are online. These are in the, these are in the folder on the
Yeah.
firehouse. I put up today.
I did.
Put up a couple of versions of this today.
When I went there, a couple hours ago, I did not see this. Maybe I just wasn't, maybe I wasn't looking right.
Right. So let me take you through, and I appreciate everybody's flexibility today. This was obviously a kind of a last minute meeting. And the reason it was is because we've had some significant progress as we've gone through the process of crossing our Ts and dotting our Is towards getting to the point where we're building another station, right? And do the renovation work we're talking about. And with that, we have some preliminary high-level numbers back from Catalyst from an estimate point of view. And based on that, we are looking to change the warrant that we had put forward and to make that warrant 1.3 million. And that warrant has been included in the prudential meeting for this evening. And the reason for that is the timing of the project overall. So as we're looking at it and coming into fiscal 25, we are trying to encumber the funds so that we would be in a position to cross the Ts and dot the Is that are listed here, the pre-construction checklist that has to be done. And that would put us into a position that when we come into fiscal 26, we would be in a position to tell the village what our options are from a construction point of view. So what you have in front of you there and what Commissioner Pisano has at this time is a listing of the estimated. And again, this is a high-level estimation of prices, costs, I should say, that would be associated with the different phases. Now, if that's new to you, I'll give you a second to look at that, Chief. I think this was a new one for you as well. So if you all want to take a look at that. And basically for all those online here and in person, basically we go through the schematic design, preparation for regulatory and the steps underneath that, the costs associated with it, the regulation, the regulatory approvals and the costs associated with that. Again, everything's estimated. And then design development of the construction documents. Right now, that's as we get into the next phase as well. But that's putting everything available to us so that we can be positioned to move forward in 26.
Are you planning on this? No one's seen this except for.
This will be made available to anybody. I mean, this is, just right now, available now. I have extra copies to the Prudential Committee for this evening.
Yeah. All right, so we can put this on the site.
No, absolutely. Nothing confidential here. We also have, for your information, some estimates on building costs. You're welcome to take a look at that as well. I think we sent you.
Well, no, I mean, at
Those
the
are-
time, I did have a chance to speak with the chief
Okay, good.
today, and these numbers, I'm guessing were not available at the time he and I spoke. Either, I mean, not because either they didn't, Catalyst didn't have them. I couldn't get them at the time, but,
Yeah, I think
are these compliments? Is that what this is?
this was a analysis of what firehouse costs over the years, different places, different square footage. The annotation that I have is reference to square footage of where closest one to us with the year close to us. So that's 24 approval, I think it was, right?
23,
23, excuse me.
okay.
So just as a point of reference, right?
Okay. Yep.
Do we have any word from Commissioner Pisano?
No. I sent him a text message. I can step out for a moment and call him if you like.
No, I think that's fine if you'll hop on if you can. As you look,
So okay. These match up with these things.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Chief, was there any, did you get any further, clarity on the the question I had about, the mechanics of this request from,
So, Ray Perone was willing to come on and speak to those questions because he can speak with a little more clarity than I can on the ins and outs of that financing process. So, Ray, are you on there and able to unmute? If you would like him to.
no, I,
Do you have, well, let me
I
just,
didn't ask a specific
Right.
question, so.
that's right.
I have two questions. First, one for you, Kevin,
Okay.
Commissioner or Chairman.
Can I come up closer to you?
Come on, sure, come on up. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just
What was the number that you said was in the article?
Right now, we 1.3, we put a 1.
And
And if you do this math, I know what you're looking at down the bottom here.
is there,
So,
do I have to add these together?
yeah, there's some numbers that have to be added together. So you have to take the 909,000 here, add the 80 in here.
Okay, so
So
this
that's
one,
1.136, and you have to add the 80 into there.
I see, okay,
That's when we get to the 1.3.
okay. Okay, the specific question I had, for the treasurer was, as I understand it, given the nature of the timing, this is out for a number of years, we're essentially asking the district to appropriate this money, but it's not going to be spent in one fiscal year. Is that correct? And I used the analogy with Chief earlier, like a home equity loan, a line of credit that you might get on your house. Like your house is worth something, and then you get this extra mortgage. You don't necessarily use it, but any credit rating is going to say, oh, you actually have that mortgage, even though you may not have used it. Is that how this works?
So let me,
mechanically?
if I could take that, rather than the treasurer, because if you look at, if you match up these numbers here with the timeline.
Yeah.
Right, and if you look at the 404,000 under section 3 and 4, so there's 443,000, 9,000, and another 443,000.
Can you see your copy?
That, sure,
Can I see your copy?
yeah, you sure can.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. That would theoretically, that would get spent in fiscal 25. And that's the design documents, getting the documents ready for construction.
Yep. And so this one would be elsewhere.
The 400,000 you see under section 4,
I understand that
that starts becoming construction, which is in the next phase. We'll go after, we'll look at in 26.
So some of the 1 through the fiscal 25.
If our calendar works properly. I mean, this isn't guaranteed by any means, right? But if the calendar you see there works properly, we will expend close to that 1.3 next year, next fiscal year,
Okay,
How many?
1.3 million.
and so it's so this construction phase. So let's see, we were.
That would come under what we would have to warrant for 26.
26, okay, but that's in this.
No, it's not.
Oh, it isn't?
No. The way they delivered is a little bit confusion, but it's not in there.
So I don't know, since I can't see the formula for this total.
Right.
So you're saying that that total does not include that 400?
That's correct.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, the steps, what we are attempting to do, and there's a lot of variables here with regards to approvals. Hey, Greg, good to see you. With regards to,
Apologies for being late.
no worries at all. Let me swing back to you in 1 second. What we're looking to do with regards to the timeline we have, if we can make that timeline, and there's variables to that, and we will be looking to hire a project manager, but if we can make those timelines, then the fact of the matter is, it would put us in a position to come back to the next, not this year's district meeting, next year's district meeting, with a complete package of what our recommendation is to go forward. So rather than we have to get funding for this year now, and then worry about out years afterwards. Rick, I don't know where you just hopped in here, but did you have a chance to take a look at the documents that were posted?
I did.
Okay. So I mentioned to Adam a second ago when he came in that we have updated the warrant to be a $1.3 million warrant.
Right.
That draft that you see is a little bit confusing. I could take you through the numbers and how we ultimately get to 1.3. But we are looking to, get those funds for use hopefully in 2025. And I say hopefully, and hope is not a strategy, but providing, as I indicated, all the Ts go right, they get crossed and the Is get dotted, we'll be in good shape.
No, I appreciate the need for an aggressive timeline. And getting a project manager on board to continue to drive it, particularly with all the permitting and legalese, I think is a critical factor. I had seen in the chat, Mark had asked if there was any way to get that document up on the screen for remote viewers.
Oh, Chief, do you have, that document should be in the folder?
Yeah, I can try to get that up.
It's a good question, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah,
So the project manager, is that the cost of that? When do you have to hire one, and have they been calculated?
There's been some pricing, the overall cost of the project manager has not been, total cost has not been included in here because the project manager does more on the other side, on the construction side. We some on the front side, that we think we have enough money allocated here in order to bring that person on.
So navigating things like regulatory approvals, that's part of the presumably services the Catalyst provides?
There are some, yes, catalysts of some of that.
May I ask a question? Where is the money coming from? Is that is projected or what you? Oh,
Apologies. Well, we're looking to go to town meeting with a warrant. So to ask the town, the village,
the town.
the village,
Okay.
actually, not the town, excuse me, the village for that fund.
Okay, what they are projecting, they're on a roll right now. The planning department is been going around trying to project different things that are needed for the different villages.
Right.
So this would be a.
But this is inside of Katuah. So the town of Barnstable is
Oh, I
not
know.
directly involved with this, so we have our accountant, our, treasurer, thank you, apologize, Ray. We have our treasurer who's been working with us on these numbers, and we'll be bringing the complete package from a tax point of view, to town meeting.
But
I apologize.
in general, the answer to any question about where does the fire district get its money, it's going to ultimately be those of us who live in the fire district that have to, whether that cash is borrowed or if you just raised through a tax levy, it's, those are the only.
There's no funding through the state? Or
Well-
federal?
Right now, there is not from what we understand, there's not a lot of, there's no a lot of money, if any money out there for fire stations at this time.
Yeah, if they can bring it to Ukraine and Israel. Sorry.
Chief, how you make it out?
Indeed, okay.
Adam, as a chief, do you have any other questions in here?
okay, I think I did.
So,
That's the project, yep,
I
yep.
guess I don't have any other questions. I have observations and comments, but we'll save those for later.
Okay, are you able to show that?
Do you have an extra copy of that little doodaddy thing there?
Yes.
This is extremely interesting, thank you.
Are you sharing now?
Yeah, I'm about.
Okay. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
Commissioner Basana, can you see that all right?
Yeah, I can see it fine. Thank you.
That means the public can see it, and just so, in this view, just so the public knows, I will not be able to, see chats and hand raises as easily, so apologize if there's any delay in getting to those.
So why don't you scroll down, chief, to the first, past the first one, because we've already contracted the first one. So now we're coming down into the second section, right?
That's the 141, 294.
That's correct. Schematic designs, you see them all that are right there. You know, some of these things we've obviously talked about in our meetings, which, you know, include, you know, we've structured review of the current house, hazardous materials testing, septic testing, and then you start to get past the 141, you start getting to the regulatory approvals. So the largest cost in here, as you all see, is under sections 3 and section 4, which when we actually go to architectural and construction documents, which would be the documents that would be used for construction.
Right, schematics are not buildable plans.
Correct.
But they are, you need those for, well, just like you said, you need those for all the regulatory approvals that you're gonna get.
And it's also, keep in mind, when we started the conceptual stuff, right? The whole design point in the beginning was to make sure that we could merge the two locations, right? So merge the two locations and be able to build half of a firehouse, so to speak, stay operational, move everybody over to the right side, so to speak. And then we start reworking the left side while everybody's living out of the right side.
And so that brings up a question. Since we haven't yet been informed about that, are we going to be informed of that prior to the annual district meeting?
Be informed about that, that being,
Yes, you can merge the lots and you can do all this.
we're working towards that. I cannot guarantee at this point that we'll have that confirmed by the district meeting.
Okay. You know,
And we do have a meeting tomorrow with, panelists, right, Chief, at 2:00, I think?
you know, the station sits on a piece of property, and there's a piece of property right next door that the district owns, bought it in 2015 or something like that. And so the idea is to combine the two lots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta
and
know
then
what extra sheet
start-
here.
But
Setting aside your land.
Yeah.
because right now.
But we'll keep that in mind.
But to be clear, you want to sell that.
Yeah, oh, definitely, but definitely. I wish I could get it.
No,
Very young, and I think my father would,
It's not a joke.
if I win the lottery, whatever, it's yours.
all
But,
right,
my father always used to say that, that's why I would vote, because he always wanted to give back to the town. And, that's why he gave it to me. He wanted me to do the best with it. And that's why I come forward,
Yeah,
okay?
if I could hop in,
But I cannot, what my thought is, this doesn't seem like much money. For what
so it's
is,
not,
is the draft, in that, what you're planning to do in, overall, considering the housing market that's being around us, the houses are being sold for more than that. And that, to me, that's
well, so
that's
this,
an insult to us.
I need to bring things back, so we need to have permission. No, it's okay, but I wanted to comment that this is all about the plans. This isn't actually the building at this point. These are the plans. That's what we're.
Oh, I know, but these are, your drafts, and so what you're looking at, that's what I'm saying, is that this seems, even, I would have more. Very honestly. Because I'm looking at, if they're gonna do it, let's do it grand,
well, I mean,
and I know that.
Yes, and we appreciate that comment. Can I just grab?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Bazzano, did you have a chance to take a look at the docs and have any questions?
I've gone over the docs and I had previously spoken with the chief earlier, so I was prepared to see them, and they are what I had expected.
So am I to read that you're comfortable with what we're looking at as far as 1.3 to put on that warrant for this upcoming meeting?
I am.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Zais, can I ask you, what are your thoughts on where we're at with what you see here and the 1.3 that you're looking to move forward with?
anything that we just publicize should total 1.3. Okay, other than that, yeah, I'm fine.
That's good. Yep, absolutely. And these were, understand, a lot of this is coming together. right? So these are fresh off the press, so I asked for a revision of it, which may be, no, but it has to be, does have to be situated a little bit differently. So we're good there, and I agree with the commissioner.
Right,
Okay.
because this will be, news to a lot of people in a big way.
Yeah.
Your comments notwithstanding, people are gonna go, that's a lot of money, or,
Yeah,
but, so,
But-
okay.
I mean, I don't know.
It's all good.
Well,
Okay, let me just,
Every time I keep my mouth shut.
everything that we do, we have to just explain clearly,
Oh,
and
geez.
so make it 1-3, and, that, it'll be fine.
okay, we'll absolutely do that. Chief, I think you have something in the chat, and I wanted to see if he had anybody else. I want to kind of open this up a little bit differently today.
That's,
1.13, right. So that's part of this. The sheet is brand new. There's something missed on the calculation by, our architect firm. So that's where we get into the 1.3. It's a result of taking line that says subtotal, at the very bottom line, which is 1.136, does not add in the 80 and the 400,000 on the bottom. So we have to bring that 80 back into it. And that gets you to 1.96. So yes, these spreadsheets are live, they have to be corrected, and we'll do that, but thank you. And I should say, does that clarify? Dave, does that clarify?
All right, so
It does. Thanks so much.
the 1.96, yes, I get that.
This is, yeah.
And how do we get to what's the other missing piece to get to 1.3?
That's the overall for the OPM. Project management. As you can see.
Oh. So that's the CBD you're
Yes.
filling in,
Yes.
and is
And
it,
a portion of that I'm filling in.
is it a guess, or do we have any? kind of guidance?
OPMs typically cost 2.5% of the overall cost of the project.
Okay.
That's not written down here,
All right.
that's on mine.
All right.
And the fact of the matter is, you pay for the OPM, however, as well as a small part up front, and then on the back end, the majority.
So people who are paying attention are gonna do the math
That's okay.
and go, so the number is going to be this. Are you prepared to
Yes.
comment about that?
We're prepared to comment now, we're prepared to comment during the potential meeting tonight,
Okay.
and then when it comes time for town meeting, because these are just off the press, literally an hour ago, right? Candace was able to pull this
No,
together.
no, I understand.
But to your point, when we do go village meeting, this will be all on, everything different.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean by reverse engineering.
Absolutely. No, all good. Okay,
And speaking of the prudential meeting, so in this, which is right after this,
correct.
you're attending that.
Yes, I will.
And since we didn't announce, we didn't, so I cannot attend with you. Correct? So I will go home and log in. Because I cannot, because we didn't,
We didn't publicize that. That's correct.
okay.
That was a miss. I'll take that.
No, it's fine.
Too late to publish it now.
We have, open meeting laws that.
Let me check with is there anybody have any more comments or thoughts on the screen or in general? Nope. Chief, you have anything coming in text or?
Commissioner Pisano is having some, microphone issues, so, sorry, just letting the commissioner know that you're having some microphone issues, so just send anything in the chat that you might have.
Okay. I think we probably should, just to move forward appropriately, I'd like to have a motion to move forward with this 1.3 from the warrant.
I move that, the chair is authorized to present the draft, what are we gonna call this? The plan, feasibility studies, the construction administration plan, at the upcoming Prudential Committee meeting, later this afternoon on April 22nd.
Can I just back that up a little bit, because I think.
Yeah, it needs a little
it's more
words.
simplistic than that, right? We go forward with a motion that says we are authorized to request 1.3 million as a warrant for the upcoming town meeting. for the construction, for the prep work, for the.
Has that warrant been written?
Yeah, it's written, it's going to credential tonight, that's why.
Okay.
It's in the
So,
credentials.
This isn't like, okay, yes, I move that the chair is authorized to present the warrant to the Prudential Committee this afternoon for $1.3 million.
Any seconds?
I'll second it.
Any conversation? As I see no conversation, all those in favor?
Pisano, aye.
Conley, it's unanimous. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. I appreciate the conversation. Now, let me ask, are there any other, I'll be happy to take anybody through this document, right? So as we're winding down here before we close the meeting. Again, these documents literally came from Catalyst an hour ago. So it's the latest update. They have more work they're doing for us. They know the timeline we're on to try to make the town village meeting and to get the warrants done. So they've been helping us out. So very positive for that.
Yes, better late than never.
Yeah. But if we don't have any questions, do I have any motions?
Move to
I'll move
adjourn.
to adjourn.
All right, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Pisano, aye.
Yep. Zay's aye.
Aye. Meeting is closed. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for letting me come in.
No, all good. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it is Linda Busk.